Are we started? I think so. Hello, everyone, and happy Decepticon Day. Today is October 15th, which is Decepticon Day, which actually was something that was started in G1. I don't think I've ever gone into the history of Decepticon Day. I don't think anyone ever has. So I wanted to today. One of the other best things about Decepticon Day, other than the fact that it is Decepticon Day, it is the day after my birthday. Now, I will not be showing this to you, but I did get the Covenant of Primus for my birthday. I really wish it had come in a Decepticon carrying case, because there is now a gigantic Autobot symbol in the midst of my Decepticon area. Which isn't necessarily the best thing, but hey, you know what? It's still Transformers. And honestly, I really need to be a lot better about not being so one-sided. But Decepticons for life, everyone knows that, everyone lived that. So I wanted to talk about Decepticon Day just a little bit and talk about the history of it. And it actually was started by G1 in 1985, October 15th, 1985, was actually known as Decepticon Day. That was the date that it was in the G1 verse. And it was very, very, very well known. It was actually started because Megatron wanted to prove that the Autobots were evil so that he could take planet Earth for himself. And one of the ways that he did this was by convincing a human who was very powerful that he was on the side of planet Earth. And I really liked this plot device a lot. It's one of the more serious G1 things that Megatron has done. And while I do no longer praise Megatron because I am a believer that either Knockout or Starscream should be Lord of the Decepticons, I do honestly believe in how Megatron did this and why he did this. The thing about Megatron in Prime that I actually don't like, that I like about Megatron in G1, is that Megatron in G1 actually seemed to have to see some value in humans. Now, I consider myself a human Decepticon. You really can't see my symbol against my shirt, but it is here. And I personally just believe that humans could be useful to the Decepticon cause. And so the mere fact that Megatron came in as sort of this figure that was meant to demonize the Autobots, and he was meant to, make planet Earth realize, hey, Decepticons are pretty cool. It really just kind of strikes home for me. Now, one thing that I really feel like mentioning here is that with Decepticon Day came a respect from the public. There is this clip from G1 that I have literally watched over and over today, of a little boy, and he's going, "Yay, Megatron!" and the Decepticons, and I find that really cute. Now, in all likelihood, the real world reason that they did this, and they made Decepticon Day, and they did things like this, is to sell toys. Because I'm quite sure back in 1985, when everyone rooted for good and evil and everything, I'm quite sure that Autobot toys were far more popular than Decepticon toys. So they needed a way to, get toy sales up. And the only way they figured to do that was probably to create this Decepticon Day. Shut up, RC. Sorry, a motorcycle just went outside my house. Anyway, with this rise of Decepticon Day and everything, it really hits home, honestly. The thing about Decepticon Day is that it is a day to celebrate the Decepticon cause. I want to talk about what Decepticon Day is for me, because, every day is a Decepticon Day for me. But this day in particular is very, very special. I actually have several videos planned for today. There's this one, and then there's actually a whole lot more. This is the only one that will be done on my phone. The rest will be done on my iPad. This actually is a day for me to think back on the original Decepticon message. Now, I actually deleted my video about the original Decepticon message because I highly praised Megatron in that video. And after some reevaluation and some reflection, that is not something I can do. I cannot glorify someone who has hurt a character that I love and associate myself with so well. And Megatron has abused Starscream several times. And honestly now, for me, I cannot be, Steven Universe and want to atone everybody, because Megatron having done that to Starscream, in my eyes, is just very incredibly unforgivable. And honestly, I just really wish that I could, make it not be. And, but I can't. Megatron is leader of the Decepticons, and it is thus that I need to mention him just a little bit, but I want to kind of redo my original message of the Decepticons video. Now, I may get proven wrong in my theories when I read the Covenant of Primus, although I have a very interesting feeling that the Covenant of Primus is going to be very Autobot-sided, because most Transformers content is, but I try to look at multiple sides of the coin, and, as a person who, myself, if I were a Cybertronian, and as me as a human, I side with the Decepticons with my full heart. And so I really just want to talk about the message of the Decepticons that I personally follow, that I personally believe in. Megatron quotes this in Season 2, Episode 1 of Transformers Prime. He says, "If speaking the truth is deception, then we are gladly guilty." Now, Megatron from Prime is actually the only Megatron to use this quote. And for that to be his reasoning for the Decepticons rising to power. Back when people were joining the Decepticons before the war even started, it was because the caste system on Cybertron was very, very unequal. And Megatron wanted to force the council into equality for all beings. And I just find that really, really noble if he had stuck to his plan. Because, as we all know, he did not. Now, one of the reasons I cannot side with Optimus Prime is A, he's kind of a Mary Sue. Actually, he is a Mary Sue. He's a little self-righteous. And B, Optimus grew up in the higher castes, okay? Optimus, worked as a clerk in the Iacon Hall of Records. He was high caste. He was not with the people. He may have shown concern for the suffering of the people, but he was not with the people suffering alongside them like Megatron was. I have to give Megatron his credit there. With his suffering, there was bound to be some anger, but I will say he took things way too far. And I'm obviously going to learn a lot more as I delve into the Covenant of Primus, and perhaps next year on Decepticon Day, or before that. It just depends how I feel about doing this. I may talk about the Covenant of Primus's Decepticon message originally versus my Decepticon, or the Decepticon message that I follow. So what exactly is the Decepticon message that I follow? The ability that you have your own mind, the right to be equal to those around you, and most importantly, the right to speak your opinion. The right to have your opinion and to speak it. If speaking the truth is deception, then I am gladly guilty. If speaking your truth is someone else's deception, then may you be gladly guilty. That is actually a twist on the quote. That is the way I perceive that quote, is that if speaking the truth that you know to be the truth is someone else's deception, then be gladly guilty about that truth that someone else believes you're lying. Be glad and be proud of the truth that you believe in. Be proud of your belief system. Unless you're like someone who believes in murdering, then I would suggest not being proud of that. But be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you do in your life. And don't let anyone tell you that what you believe is wrong. Unless you're an ex-murderer. Because, in honest truth, whose place is it to judge? Truly. Whose place is it to judge you? Judge lest you not be judged. That is my big saying. I love it with all my heart. No one can judge you or should judge you for your beliefs, and no one should criticize or question you. And that is the Decepticon message that I follow. Now, I used to be very, very, very set in my own personal beliefs. I used to be very close-minded about it, a lot of different things. Mostly not involving real-world issues, but, I mean, that's no longer something I delve into on this channel, so I won't go into it any further, but my mind has been opened a lot by, my beautiful girlfriend, Rochelle Knockout, and I've actually just, I've gone through a lot of really interesting things this past week involving Transformers Prime, that have now led into something amazing that I'm doing this video before I've even told her what the amazing thing is, so I'm sure she's going to be really curious. So, what I mean to say is that don't let anyone question your beliefs, but if you do start to falter, be open-minded. If speaking your truth is someone else's deception, may you be gladly guilty. And if someone speaking their truth is your deception, then be open-minded to their truth. That is the opposite side of the coin, is that you need to be able to be proud of your beliefs, but you also need to be open-minded in case anyone has something that might actually sound better. So, those are just the things about Decepticon Day. To go back to Decepticon Day, because I literally just spent 10 minutes on the Decepticon message. Decepticon Day is about remembrance. It's about knowing who you are, knowing what you want to do, and remembering that you are your own master. You're the master of you. It isn't the thought enough to lift you off the ground? I'm sorry. I know this is a Transformers video, but I had to use at least one Steven Universe reference because that song actually reminds me of the Decepticons a lot. Independent Together from the Steven Universe movie. Go watch it. Go listen to that song. Actually, their music video is gorgeous too, so watch that. Anyway, everyone, I wanted to thank you very much for the influx of new support on my Transformers Prime videos and my songs. My channel is going to primarily be a Transformers Prime channel. It is also a music channel, and one of you is actually probably going to spring out of your bed with joy at this. It is also now a Toy Story channel, and I may go into a video about how I came to Toy Story, and why Buzz Lightyear is my husbando. Oh my gosh, I'm probably blushing madly right now. My friend Blue Zebra just sent me the entire Buzz Lightyear series, a link to it, and so I am probably going to watch that. Maybe not today, because I actually do have a lot to do today, but why am I talking about this? It's not important. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me and for celebrating Decepticon Day, if you do, however you may choose to celebrate it. I was going to do a live stream where I watched the episode Darkest Hour with you guys, but I was really worried about copyright, so I didn't do that. But, yeah, happy Decepticon Day, everybody, and remember, if speaking your own truth is someone else's deception, then may you be gladly guilty, and if someone else speaks their own truth and it is your deception, then remember to be open-minded. Thank you, everyone! Oh, and before I forget, wait, how is this gonna, where's your face? Hang on. That's what happens when you set these things up last minute. Yeah, and you're all lopsided. Can the camera even see you? Yes. There you are. Happy Decepticon Day from Lord Starscream. Hail Lord Starscream. Come on. Hail Lord Starscream. It's so easy. Bye, everybody. Have a really good Decepticon Day.